The story begins, as many do, with lines drawn on a map. 1947, partition, a messy, brutal divorce, millions displaced, countless lives lost, scars etched deep into the collective memory. These aren't ancient grievances, folks. They're fresh wounds, constantly poked, a legacy of bitterness passed down like a cursed family heirloom. This is the bedrock of the India-Pakistan story. Then there's Kashmir. Oh, Kashmir, a paradise caught in a geopolitical tug-of-war, claimed by both, controlled in parts by both, a source of 3 full-blown wars, and countless smaller battles, skirmishes, heartbreaks. For decades it has bled, its beauty a tragic backdrop, to an unending cycle of violence. The people there, trapped in the middle, always. Now add a sprinkle of something truly terrifying, nuclear weapons. Yes, both India and Pakistan have them. This isn't a Cold War throwback. This is a present-day nightmare. Fast forward to April 22, 2025, Pahalgam. A name now seared into memory, a militant attack, brutal, vicious, 26 civilians gone, just like that. The peace, always fragile, shattered. Outrage erupted across India, demands for action, swift, decisive. The government was under immense pressure. Something had to be done. India's response came. It was called Operation Sindoor, launched with a declared aim, targeting terrorist infrastructure inside Pakistan. India stated it was a necessary measure to protect its citizens, to send a clear message. Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters reportedly hit. India claimed at least 100 terrorists killed. A bold move, a risky gambit, the region braced for impact. The skies over the border became a battleground. High-tech war machines locked in deadly combat. India deployed its aerial might. French-made Rafale jets, Russian-made Sukhois. Cutting-edge technology put to the ultimate test. Pilots pushed to their limits. Missions launched deep into enemy territory, targeting strategic assets, including reportedly 11 Pakistani air bases, like the Noor Khan air base near Rawalpindi. Pakistan countered with its own air power. Chinese-made J-10 fighter jets, their first taste of real combat, alongside the proven JF-17 Thunders. A significant moment for China's defense industry, their hardware now battle-tested by a key strategic ally. The air war was a showcase of military capabilities and geopolitical alignments. Then came the claims and the counterclaims. Over the past few decades, China has been steadily increasing its military capabilities and influence across the globe. The May 2025 conflict wasn't just about India and Pakistan. It was a significant event that showcased the growing military prowess of China. It was a coming-out party for Chinese military tech. The world watched as China demonstrated its advanced weaponry and strategic capabilities. Specifically, those J-10 warplanes used by Pakistan. Their combat debut was a clear signal of China's expanding influence in regional conflicts. And guess what happened to the stock price? Avik Chengdu Aircraft, the maker. Its shares went up. The financial markets responded swiftly to the successful deployment of Chinese technology by up to 40%. Investors saw the potential and the profitability of Chinese military advancements. War can be good for business, grim but true. The defense industry thrives on conflict, and China's growing military might is no exception. This boosted the perception of Chinese weapon superiority. The world began to take notice of China's advancements in military technology, or at least its growing competitiveness. China's military was now seen as a formidable force, capable of competing with Western and Russian counterparts. Experts like Zhou Bo and Carlotta Rinaldo noted this. They highlighted the strategic implications of China's military rise, though Professor Walter Ladwig urged caution. He emphasized the need to critically assess the actual performance of these new technologies. Skepticism about performance claims is always healthy. It's important to separate the hype from the reality. But the narrative was powerful. China's military story was compelling and hard to ignore. China's jets holding their own, they were proving to be a match for the best in the world against Western and Russian-supplied aircraft. This was a clear demonstration of China's growing military capabilities, a message to the world and to India. China's military advancements were not just for show, they were a strategic signal. The conflict starkly highlighted something else: the deepening military ties between Pakistan and China, the depth of Pakistan-China military cooperation. Their alliance was stronger than ever, It reportedly surprised even Indian military planners. The extent of this cooperation was unexpected and significant. As the jets roared and missiles flew, the world wasn't just watching, it was panicking. This wasn't some minor border flare-up. This had the potential to go nuclear, literally. The stakes couldn't be higher. Two nations bristling with animosity and weapons of mass destruction. The international community knew this fire had to be put out fast. Enter the big players, the United States, its allies. Diplomatic phone lines lit up. Washington to New Delhi, Washington to Islamabad. Urgent calls, high-level meetings, back channels activated, messages relayed. The pressure was immense from multiple capitals around the globe. The message was clear, unequivocal. Stop, de-escalate, now! The battle isn't always fought with guns and bombs. Sometimes the most critical battles are fought over resources that sustain life itself. Sometimes it's about something more fundamental, something as essential as the air we breathe. Water. Yes, H2O, the source of life, the very essence of our existence, and potentially the source of future wars. The Indus River system, crucial for Pakistan's agriculture, its very survival. This river is a lifeline for millions, originating in or flowing through India. This creates a complex web of dependencies and potential conflicts. You see where this is going, right? A powerful leverage point or a catastrophic flashpoint. Control over water can mean control over life itself. During the May 2025 crisis, whispers turned into threats. The tension was palpable. India, it was suggested, might consider cutting off water supplies from the Indus. A drastic step, unprecedented. With devastating humanitarian consequences, imagine the impact on millions of lives. Was it a serious threat or a pressure tactic? The uncertainty only added to the tension. Either way, it sent shockwaves, especially in Pakistan. The fear was real and immediate. Where water security is a constant anxiety, farmers and citizens alike were gripped by fear. This added a terrifying new dimension. The stakes had never been higher. And who steps into this volatile situation? Who could possibly mediate or escalate the conflict further? You guessed it. China. Again, a new player in an already complex game. Conflict carries a hefty price tag. The financial burden of war is immense and multifaceted. And it's not just paid in human lives. The economic repercussions are staggering, though that is by far the most tragic cost. The loss of life is irreplaceable and heart-wrenching. Think about the economic devastation. Cities reduced to rubble, industries brought to a standstill, billions of dollars up in smoke. Resources diverted from development, infrastructure projects halted. To fuel the war machine, stock markets tumble, investor confidence plummets, trade routes disrupted, supply chains broken. The economic stability of entire regions is jeopardized. The ripple effects spread far and wide. No corner of the economy remains untouched. The May 2025 conflict served as that wake-up call for India, a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities. Not just strategically, but economically. The need for a robust economic strategy became evident. The need to bolster its domestic defense industry, to create a self-sustaining defense ecosystem, to reduce reliance on foreign suppliers. Ensuring that critical supplies are always available is more urgent than ever. The clock is ticking and the stakes are high. Make in India for defense, a vision that aims to transform the nation's defense landscape. It's a national security imperative, a strategy that ensures preparedness and resilience, but it requires massive investment. Financial resources must be allocated wisely, and time, lots of time. Building a self-reliant defense industry is a long-term endeavor. Meanwhile, international arms deals continue. They must. To bridge the gap until self-reliance is achieved, on the other side of the ledger, the economic dynamics of war are complex. Some actually profit from conflict. War can be a lucrative business for some, despite the widespread suffering. Even the sacred game of cricket, a shared passion in South Asia, could not escape the chilling winds of conflict. Cricket diplomacy, it used to be a thing, a way to build bridges, to ease tensions. But in May 2025, those bridges crumbled. The animosity was just too raw, too powerful. The gentleman's game found itself caught in the crossfire. On May 19, 2025, a significant decision. The Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, announced its withdrawal from all Asian Cricket Council (ACC) events. This included the Women's Emerging Teams Asia Cup, scheduled for June 2025 in Sri Lanka, and crucially, the Men's Asia Cup, set for September 2025. A major blow to regional cricket and a stark symbol of the times. So here we are today. May 21st, 2025. Looking back at a month of madness and forward with a sense of dread. Two nations, India and Pakistan, staring at each other across a precipice, armed with rhetoric, armed with weapons, including the ultimate unthinkable ones, nuclear arms. This isn't a game, this isn't a drill. This is the razor's edge. Imagine for a moment the human cost. If this escalates into full-blown war, it's not just soldiers, it's civilians, millions displaced, fleeing for their lives. Cities turned to rubble, families torn apart, generations scarred by trauma. The humanitarian catastrophe would be beyond comprehension, beyond words, a stain on the conscience of humanity.